and welcome to my channel. This video is a Prime League war with the Primus. To start off this base 1 battle, I will try my best to clear out all of the front defenses. The most important part was getting rid of all the spider mines, and try to separate the front of the base to the back area. I intend on dealing some damage towards the mortars to take less damage towards gunners and medics. I was trying to be careful with the points that I was spending at the beginning of the battle. See, spray can end up taking a lot of ability points after the 4th use. Being mindful on points for later on for the cluster is very helpful. The middle section has no buildings to give points. The next step is to pop these front outposts. You don't have to take all the damage from abilities at one time. Sometimes walking the base slower will give you time to get some abilities off from your Titan. I generally go into the battle intending to lose the Titan battle. I know that if Beachcomber or a tank is getting hit from the enemy Titan, then my team will be fine. At this point, I do realize that I used Rook's ability a little late. I did predict that this could happen, so I brought one of my combiners that can take the damage of the outpost bots. As you can see, my tanks were not the first to go into the middle section, and my other bots suffered a good amount of damage before I could use the combiner. At this point, I have to deal with the combiner and outpost bots with my team. At this time in the battle, I did not have any ability points, so it was really just brute force the rest of the base. I really like the reflectivity of Beachcomber and his 70,000 health. I am not really worried about how this battle is going since my bots can stay alive long enough. Sometimes these battles can get close to a time fail, so you have to know how long each section should take. This base is not that bad for sea spray other than the lightning rod that is in the middle. I like to use Metal Hawk to take out the build bots. So far there is no counter to his damage. I am also now able to use Sea Spray's abilities, but I decide that I could pop the outpost and deal some extra damage anyways. I really only do this on special occasions when I think that I can get away with the temporary damage. I like using the Star Saber on Rook to get the Prime hologram, and then sometimes a Rook hologram after. This area was a perfect place for a battle between the defensive bots. I take little damage if any from the defenses, so my healers can heal up my bots for phase 2. I like using Pipes and Beachcomber's ability together because of the hacking on the defenses. The hacking around keeps the DPS very low towards all of the bots. Some outposts I will not always pop with a hologram if I don't need to, like with Rook walking into that outpost on the bottom left. At this point, the base is done. For base 3, I want Sea Spray and my team to go to the left so they can take out some crucial cores and avoid the combiner until later. I specifically was trying to path at the very beginning of the battle with an ability. I did use Metal Hawk to destroy some of the build bots to help see spray out a little more. This also created a little area of separation between the next part that I would need for low DPS. My goal was trying to take out that defensive Nexus core. At this point, I have made this big blank area, and then towards the right was a bunch of prime cores. I personally do not like some of them because of the hacking or possible fire damage that can't be stopped from the Megatronus core. I did decide on popping all of the outposts since they were all together. The worst thing that could happen would be Rook dying since he is the closest to the outpost bots. I then used pipes to go into the last area and hack some of the defenses. He does really well at going into areas and dealing some damage. I also did notice that I was going to lose my Titan very soon, and he would be my shield for the rest of the team. This is when the base is pretty much over, and I have successfully walked the base. Moving on to base 4, I knew from replays that this was going to be difficult considering a majority of the points are in the front and defense heavy in the back. This base also has some added damage and health since it is a defender role. I decided to go up towards the Nexus core to try and take it out. I also used the hacking to get some defenses, since there are no build bots preventing that. I was not able to take out the Nexus core and decide that it is the best time for me to use Ruination. I was thinking of avoiding the enemy combiner and go straight after the cluster area. I had to use the 4-star ability right away to have a chance of destroying most of it. I had to use the area ability to finish the rest of it off. Using Ruination here also helped with chipping off damage from the enemy Titan. Pipes was chipping away at the HQ and taking all the fire, while the rest of my team was occupied with the combiner. Their Titan ends up losing, and my Titan starts helping in the battle. This battle got really close to a time fail. Moving on to base 5, I decided to take out the right area to get my bots to walk towards the left of the base and up into the gut where the combiner beacon is located. I deployed Rook because I did not want the hologram to pop any outpost at a weird time later on in the battle. I then bring in my healers to help reduce the damage that is being dealt and heal the bots back up. This is when I decide on using Rook's hologram to walk up the base to pop the outpost. This worked really well and had to wait for the hack to pop my combiner. I saw that my combiner would probably not survive the back of the base for very long, so I wanted to deal some damage to the outpost bots and some defenses. I am basically rushing back and forth to try to stun the outpost bots before Ruination is taken down, and so my bots do not get attacked at the same time. Rook was also very low health, and I decided to try and heal him during this time period. I did launch another hologram to take out the spider mines and distract the defenses a little more. I probably could have deployed the decoy 2 to 3 seconds later than when I did. Then my team basically has to walk up the base and take out the cluster area, which is not very difficult at this point. I had plenty of ability points and used pipes to rush in. Perfect 300. This is another battle of base 4 by another teammate. They do really well in the very beginning of the battle, but turns in the wrong direction later.